Hey, Tanya, Jennings here, your Economy Lab. Welcome back to the channel. Just want to do a quick tutorial today about Facebook stories. Look, if you're not using Facebook stories, you need to be. I probably get, I don't know, maybe 30% of my leads come through my Facebook stories. A lot of people use Facebook stories now. They're actually just scrolling through Facebook stories as opposed to their news feed. But I just want to run you through how I create a Facebook story, some of the cool little techniques you can use in Facebook, and you can have little dancing emojis and things like that and just make them fun and exciting. You can see all the stories up here. These are all the stories of people. So when you're in your Facebook app, you can just go through and have a look at all the stories. But if I just go back, what you want to do is, it says here create story, and that'll be the same as what you'll have. So you just click on that create story if you're wanting to create a new story. And what it does is it opens up this window here, and it just brings up all the photos that are in your camera roll. You can pick a photo and just create a story on that. Just scroll through and pick something that you want to use. Say, for example, I'll just pick this one here. And I say, okay, I want to create a story. So it's brought in the photo from my camera roll. You can go up the top here and there's all these little icons. So you've got stickers. You can go along here. You've got GIFs. So if I click on the GIFs here and say, for example, I wanted to put someone that's dancing on the story. So I just hit dancing and hit search. Brings up all these different GIFs here, people dancing. And if you just say, okay, I like these two, they look pretty funky, I'll pick those. And you can see here, it just puts them onto your Facebook story. And the thing with Facebook stories is you want to have it so that when people are scrolling it, they see something moving and they think, oh, what's that? That looks interesting, bright colors, something that's really going to stand out. And the thing that works really well as well, and I'll just move these guys up here, is having a poll. Now, if I go back up to the top here and click this little, the icon, I'll go back over to stickers. You can see this tab here that says poll. If I click on poll, you can see it's created a poll. Now, what I can do is ask a question. So say, for example, so this story that I've created here is about my new course that I've released. It's called Online Lead Lab, and it's to help people get unlimited free leads from their social media profile. So a question I might ask is, need more free leads? Question mark. Okay, so, and you just hit done, and you can move that anywhere you want on the screen. If I come down here and just put it down here, and then what happens there is people say yes or no, and when they say yes, you actually get a notification to say that someone's inquiring about whatever it is you've got to offer, and then you can follow up in Messenger with that person and, you know, start a conversation and share your link and what have you. So it's a really good way of connecting with people and, you know, obviously sharing your offers and what you've actually got. So you can have a play around with it and just do different things. So if I go back up to the very top here, this icon that's got like the little face, hit on that. These are all the different things you can do. So you've got emojis in there as well. You can just put an emoji in. You've got all these different stickers. So there's different stickers down here. You can ask people a question. So there's, with your poll, the question. But the most popular one that I find is using the GIFs. And you can type anything in there. So even, for example, so I had those dancing ladies. I might go, okay, now I want some arrows, hit search. And you can find some arrows. So I say, oh yeah, these look pretty cool. And you can point things. So you can see then when someone then comes through and looks at my story, they can read what it's about and need more free leads, and they can say yes or no, and then I get notified of that. You can create as many stories as you want. You can actually have what they call a storyboard. So I might have this one here. I can hit share the story, and then I go through to the next one, and it might be another story. So it might be even if you're on holiday, you know, you start your day with a coffee, and then it goes through to having a business meeting or having lunch, or it could be, you know, sharing your offers that you've got for sale. You might be talking about whether it's a particular skincare range or something. You might be talking about some special offer that you've got. I wouldn't actually post any product photos on here of your skincare or anything. It's a story feature on, you know, how they can get more information, how they can work with you. So just, you know, have a play around with it, and yeah, you can make it as fun as you like. So I'll go ahead now and I'll actually share this story, and let's hit share to story and see now that's populating. Now, if I click on my story up the top here, I've already got some stories that that I had created earlier. So all you do is, if you go down the bottom, you can see I've got 93 viewers of my story, and you can actually have a look through, and you can scroll through and see all the people that loved it, liked it, you know, whether they sent you a message. You can click on the next story, you can go through and have a look, and then you can see the last story here. So there's obviously no viewers yet because I've only just posted it. But what will happen is, as people start to view that story, they'll be liking it, loving it, and I might get a few people that say, yes, I do need some free leads. And that's obviously then I'll be able to send them information about my course. I hope that's helped you. Have a play around with it. You're not going to break it. Just have some fun. And, you know, have a look through too, and just have a look what other people are doing for their stories, and just get some ideas. And with regards to photos, I'll just share with something else with you as well. So if you may not have some photos on your camera roll that you want to use. You might want to have some sort of stock photos that you want to use. Another really good app that I use is called WordSwag. Now, WordSwag is free, and it's how I create some of my images. Just let me go through, I'll just show you. If I go through my library here, you can see here I've got some, these are all my Instagram quotes. Now, I've created all these in WordSwag. WordSwag is, I love it. You can actually like change all your fonts, easy to use. So if I go back, this is WordSwag here. So you've got camera, so you can take a photo. You've got library, which is obviously all the photos within your phone. And then you've got free photos. Now, these are free photos that you can use that are actually within the WordSwag app. So if I click on free photos, it's going to bring up all these different photos here. You can search for something. So say, for example, I wanted a photo of a laptop. I can just hit laptop. It's going to bring up all the different photos of laptops, and I go, look, yeah, I don't mind this photo here. You can just create that. You normally go, if you're looking for a, if it's for Instagram, for example, it's usually the square one down the bottom here. If it's for Facebook, it's just 6:9. You can just leave it as that. If you hit next, you can then actually add some text. So if I just hit the add text up the top here, you can double tap it to change the font. I can just say, we're just making something up, want to live a laptop lifestyle. Obviously, you wouldn't be typing this, but I'm just using this as an example. If I hit done, you can come down the bottom here and you can see as I scroll through, these are all the different styles that you can use. Now, the one that I love is called Shout Out. If I click Shout Out, and then you can change the color of the font, I hit black, or you can have whatever color you want, whether you want, you know, for this, for example, maybe we do, say, we might do yellow, or maybe blue, whatever you want, whatever color you want to do. Just hit the tick there, and that connects, that actually selects the particular font. Going back over to styles, down the bottom here, you've got 1 to 5, and then there's a dice. So if I just go through this, you can see it's changing the styles of the font. You can just go through, and when you hit the dice, it's doing just that. It's rolling the dice and creating a new font style for you. Just go through, you can just keep going through and find something that you like. But it saves you actually having to create this in Photoshop, saves you so much time. And all I do is, when I'm sitting down on the lounge watching Netflix, during the ad breaks, I'll have my phone, and that's what I'm doing. I'm creating these. I'm creating all these different images that I can use in my social media marketing. So it's not actually taking time, you know, I'm having a bit of a downtime, but having a bit of a creative flair as well. And I just create these and save them in an album. So you saw the album there that I had. you can see here that these are all the ones that I've created. So what I normally do is I might go on, I'll just do a Google search for a particular quote. I share a lot of quotes, a lot of motivational stuff, a lot of inspirational things, and I'll just Google something. I might say motivational quotes, and I'll do a Google of that. And when they come up, I just actually just copy and paste that into WordSwag, and I just massage it around with the words and how it actually looks. So look, you can have a really good play around with that. And then what you can do is these just save into your camera roll, and you can just upload them into your Facebook stories. So I'll show you how. If I go back over into my Facebook story. So go to create story again. And if I go into my camera roll, go down, you can see all my Instagram quotes here. And then I can just pick one of those. There you go, it's already done. You can make it bigger, smaller, and then you can just go to town on it and add your little stickers, emojis, dancing people, whatever you want to do. So look, I hope you got some value out of that. But yeah, stories are an amazing marketing tool, and they don't take very long to do. Once you know how to use the platform, and hopefully this has given you some quick guidance, and it's just trial and error. Have a play around with it. And as I said, have a look and see what other people are doing to just make it fun. You can also tag people in your stories if you want to as well. So if you've got a team of people, you can tag people. But yeah, there's all different things you can do. So look, I hope you got some value out of that. And I'll catch you on the next video. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.